Hi. How y'all doing? You know what's really fucking with me right now? I have the beep reduced. D2 Destiny 2? Destiny's I miss Destiny. I'm glad you're doing good. Are y'all ready for some uncomfortable topics? What I do around here. Talk shit. But I don't get hit yet. We're just waiting for the timer. I'll listen to myself and wait for the timer. You guys like timers? I like timers. I worked really hard to get this timer to... I wish I could add seconds to this timer because it'd be really funny if I was waiting on the timer and occasionally I just make it go up by 1 and fuck with all y'all, but I can't do that. This timer is managed by Stream Elements, so I can't fuck with it. Hello. I went on an existential crisis yesterday trying to think of what to do for the channel in terms of lore and shit. And I couldn't figure out where I want to go. Like whether I want to do like an animation video, which would cost money I don't have, but like I could put the effort forward and stuff and maybe get like Fiverr guys to do like $5 animations or whatever, which would be neat as fuck, but I don't even have $5 right now. Like it's not good. And then on top of that, my other consideration was to do like a storytelling kind of thing and then write out a story of like the lore of this character, of the model and everything, and like, you know, my VTuber personality. There's a little bit fourth wall break. I'm sorry if you don't like that. I can't help it. That's kind of what we do here. So, and then on top of that, I don't know if I want to do... I don't think I want to do an alter ego. I thought about it for a very long time. Like 4 or 5 hours straight of just me thinking about, do I want to do an alter ego? Do I want to do something else? The reason I was thinking about it is because I saw... I had listened to Reflect by Gargura, her original song. And it's like, what do I want to do? Do I want to do something like that? Or... do I want to... And I considered it seriously. I'm not in the serious... I'm not talking about the tough topics just yet. We're just chilling, you know what I mean? But I considered it seriously to do something... To do something like make an alter ego of this character that's just like a blue version of it. But like, you know, have it all mixed up where the red version is the normal version and the blue version is the crazy version, which would be hilarious. You know, like, you know, flip it a little bit on its head. But then I thought about it and it's like, honestly, just having like an alter ego kind of thing is kind of what everyone does. And I don't really need that. Unfortunately, it's been done to death and I don't need to keep doing it. What is this? Oh, Route 206 during the day. What else have I thought about? I thought about maybe adding like a mascot character or something. And like, it wouldn't even be that hard, but the problem I have is the mascot character that I want to add would be Echo, my Umbreon. So if you don't know, I have an Umbreon name that I use for every Umbreon in every game that I ever play involving Pokemon, named Echo. Echo is also a stuffed doll that I have of an Umbreon. Because, you know, I have a Pokédoll and it keeps the Pokemon away. What else? No, Pokédolls don't actually keep Pokemon away. What it is you give a Pokemon a doll, they run away from you. But, like, it's because you gave them the doll. You know what I mean? They took the doll and ran. They're like, ah, yeah, doll, and then... So that's always. I keep coming back to possibly playing War Thunder again because everyone wants to play it at low tier, and it's like low tier is not as bad as high tier, but I still feel bad at it, and I don't want to touch it. But then I was like, low tier, but I don't want to. So I'm still debating on it. Oh, Pokemon Revolution Online is gonna happen soon. I don't think it's gonna happen today. I want to talk, I just want to chill. But I want to play Pokemon Revolution Online. We might play Battlefield 1 later if Capone hops in and we can chill out and do that. Hey, Claude. Let's see, what else? And I do want to talk a little bit politics. I want to talk about what's happening currently. I've kept dark. I've kept everything. For like the last month or so, I've had politics banned in my Discord. This is because it was a very tumultuous time, and we didn't need that during the Christmas break and years and all that stuff. But we've kind of leveled out, and everything looks like the way it's going to look for the next 4 years. So now that everyone's calmed down, I'm hoping we can have a discussion and talk about it properly, right? Bring facts to the table and so on. The important point that I want to make is that, as far as I'm aware, going forward, anything I state or anything I bring forward has either been seen or noted as important and factual by other sources, and that I can provide sources. I would appreciate it if YouTube doesn't try to claim that I have provided misinformation during this tumultuous time, because I am trying to provide edumacation, not, I don't care what your affiliation is. Everyone needs to know the truth. And if you're not talking the truth, then why are you, you don't have the right to say something's not true if it's true. You're not God. Fuck off. Right? So I'm very much into that, and shit. So I'm hoping that we can go forward and do that and not have to deal with bullshit from YouTube. That said, now I know what would happen if I did get a copyright strike. So I can handle a strike or two and be alright. Channel. It would be really unfortunate, but it would just mean I'd have to behave myself. Also, important note, it doesn't matter what anybody says right now, okay? COVID hasn't vanished. It's not gone. Do with that information what you will. But I urge making sure to double check local rules and making sure to keep washing your hands and brushing your teeth. Moving forward, it has come to my attention that the United States government in the executive branch has decided to halt all government spending on federal grants. As far as I can tell, this does not affect Social Security, not affect Medicaid. Medicare, however, has been affected. Or it's the other way around. I'm not sure which. I can never get the difference. I don't know the difference between Medicaid and Medicare, but one of them has been affected, the other one has not. If you're not certain which one has been affected, or if you're affected by this, I highly recommend you double check the websites that you need to go to, make sure everything's in order, and to make sure there isn't any kind of notification of some kind of halt of your coverage. If there is a notification of a halt of your coverage, please understand that the only solution at this point in time is to obtain an independent policy of medical insurance. It is really unfortunate this is the way it goes. Medical insurance is too important to not have in the United States. So I highly recommend you make sure that you have some form of medical insurance. Even though it's absolutely a scam. which is an unfortunate turn of events, but here we are. You might be like, Pillow, that's not a scam. That's not how scams work. It is a scam. The reason it's a scam is because 9 times out of 10, they're just taking your money without providing a service. In some cases, they deny you service, even though you're a rightfully allowed service. Like, you followed all their policies and their policy covers you, but then they deny it anyway. So, please note that that's what a scam is. That they try to take your money for, you know, after saying that they'll provide something and then not providing it. That's a dumbed down version of it. I could go and get the definition of a scam, but I don't want to. What else? The affected areas of California are still on fire. I think there's still a couple fires going, which is not nice. Fires suck, and I hope everybody is safe and helps figure out their fire situation. Please understand that insurance companies don't want to pay out a bunch of money, so be aware of that. I highly recommend. I would have recommended having like a backup plan for in case you lose everything. I understand that it's not likely. Surprisingly, a small amount of likeliness of losing everything, but apparently a 5% chance of everybody losing everything. You know, everyone rolled that 5% in California affected areas. So, and I don't anticipate government assistance happening in the area, at least as far as the federal government is concerned, for a variety of reasons that I will not get into, because it's more of a gut feeling than it is, you know, evidence that I can put to, and that's an important fact that I must. That's an important statement that I must put forward, because it is not necessarily a physical evidence that I can provide, but I do not feel like the federal government in this current point in time looking at possibly helping Californians deal with the aftermath of these fires. Even though dealing with the aftermath of these fires would be cheaper than letting them fester, because the affected area, there's a lot of affected area. Please be safe. I know it sounds really sad, but it's okay. Things will get better. You just gotta persevere, I swear. It always gets better. It might get worse first, but it'll get better. The Great Depression didn't break us. World War I didn't break us. World War II didn't break us. Not necessarily in that order. The Cold War didn't break us. We'll be fine. Talking about politics while listening to Pokemon music is hilarious. Right, guys? You guys there? You guys chilling? Cool. Don't forget that YouTube counts you as a bot if you're idle, without... Like, you have to have sound on, and you have to be watching the stream for YouTube. And it doesn't like counting you as a person. Twitch doesn't care if you set... So for Twitch, if you want to support but not necessarily watch, if you right-click and pop out the stream, it'll count. And you can just, like, minimize the sound or whatever, and it'll... Twitch is very much about the... You count in raw numbers more than people actually paying attention to the stream. Whereas YouTube is very much, you need to be paying attention, engaged, and watching in order for them to give a shit, and then they'll push my content. An unfortunate turn of events. You can't just chill and listen with me in the background, tabbed away. I did start stream a bit early. It's like 5:13 p.m. for me, and I started stream at this time because I stream. So, you know. Hey James, how's it going? We need to talk more. I'm I'm actually pretty tired. I did just wake up like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. I wanted to stream today because, quite honestly, I'm pretty festering right now. I'm not happy about this current state of affairs. But I am going to be polite and cordial about it, which is a contrast to my normal stuff. God, I should just recolor myself the blue at this point. This is a blue pillow moment. Like, actually. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Well, I hope you sleep well. What is that? I'm gonna click this. I don't know what it does, but I'm gonna click this. It didn't do anything. Anyway, hey, what else is there? The executive branch of the government has decided to do a lot of executive orders. Currently, as far as I know, the executive branch has had several courts filing to check if they actually have the right to do those orders. I believe what is actually happening isn't necessarily the orders themselves. I don't think anyone really gives a shit about the orders as far as the executive branch is concerned. I believe that they're testing the waters for what they can get away with doing before someone really, really tries to stop them. Because just getting a lawsuit put against them isn't really a deterrent to do things. It just means, you know, we gotta tread a little more carefully about this order over this order, right? I think they're testing the waters really hard right now, and they're doing that for something more drastic later. And I urge everyone to pay attention and to keep an eye out and to encourage and call local senators that represent you and urge them to properly represent you as a people, instead of ignoring or wants slash. I feel sad for the people who have to deal with a certain type of person as their representative. It may or may not listen to you as deeply as other people with other representatives. I'm changing my color to blue. Awesome. I will say, the Biden administration wasn't as useless as people thought. So please understand that stating that is not wholly correct. Yeah. The blue contrast is here. The former executive branch was not completely useless and had done multiple things and were not terrible for the American economy and the people. And anyone who believes that did not pay attention. All of that said, not everything the current executive administration has been completely and utterly horrible. However, it's been largely negative. terms of taking away rights from American people. And that is a stance that I am firmly on, is that anything that is a right taken away from the people is government overreach. Right? That's the firm stance I'm taking on that. Yeah, so like for me, I don't believe that my representative is a positive representative for me. And that they have my best interests right now. But I don't really have any recourse at this moment to solve that, which is unfortunate. And a lot of people don't. If you're brave enough, I highly recommend, if you're brave enough, I would say that even if you know for sure that they won't listen to anything you say properly and won't give a shit, I would still say, if you're brave enough, go and call them and talk to them and give them your opinion. Because contrary to popular belief, if you're calling and talking to someone, that's the best way to get their attention. Whether or not they listen to you doesn't matter, because your words will stick with them a whole lot more than never saying anything. I am not brave enough, and I also hate phone calls. So instead, I am here. Help shed light on current events in as non-polarizing way as possible. Non-polarizing? Why are you green? I'm bluish. I have green eyes. Because this is my alter ego. It's negative pillow. It's positive pillow. The chill. The Chillow. Oh man. Wait, I am actually gonna change that. That's a great name. Holy shit. A great name. Hold on. Hell yeah. That's such a good name. I'm keeping that. Fuck yeah. 1 second. After a moment, give it a moment and then refresh YouTube and you'll see the new name and it's great. 10 out of 10. That was great. I can't believe... I bet XS has made the joke about Chillow a few times, but I don't remember. So, what else has happened that is important to state? Last I checked, as of sometime in the last couple days, a individual, and I say individual very specifically, has decided that they want to implore the courts to repeal same-sex marriage. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that is something that is also happening that I don't actually hear a lot of people talking about. I don't know the details. I can't remember them. I saw a couple of things about this within the last 24 hours. And I would recommend making sure that it wasn't your local representative by Googling it and finding out who the fuck it was. And then if it was your local representative, for you to call them and ask them politely to do not do that. And that taking rights from the people is the least American thing you can do. Remember, the rights to the people, the rights of the people. That's America. Nothing else. Anything taken from America, from American citizens, is less American than anything given. Yeah. How can we be free when everyone's trying to put chains on us? How are we the land of the free when people are trying to take that freedom away? Also, something super important. Check this out. You want to hear something interesting, right? I can't run for president right now. You have to wait till 2036, I think, or so. I'm not even 34 yet. I won't be 34 for another 6 years. Yep. So I have to wait. Something important that to note is that was it? I had it. Where'd it go? We talked about same-sex marriage repeat. Talked about what was it? Was I gonna say something? Did I? So everyone's really bent up about the United States, the executive branch deciding to pull us away from the WHO. I am of the opinion that it's not necessarily the worst thing they could have done. I don't necessarily agree with it in this specific, like, immediately as soon as he was in office. I feel like he could have been more convincing about it because there are arguments to be made for and against the WHO, which I will not get into, but that has happened. So another thing, no, I don't have any proof of that. Unrelated to the WHO, I was going to bring something else up. Just thinking about what I've heard in the last, like, because I've been keeping my mouth shut all the way until now. Everything's kind of calmed down a bit, so I'm willing to open my mouth a bit. Oh yeah, the current administration has decided that it wanted to get rid of all involvement with DEI. Now, I won't go into detail whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But what DEI actually stands for, I want to be very clear, right? This is facts. What DEI stands for is diversity, equity, and inclusion. I don't know why it says equity and not equality, but here we are. What are your thoughts about bricks? I don't know. Yeah, I don't have any opinions. And I won't say I have any opinions because I didn't hear about it just now. So, I don't know anything about BRICS. I can't tell you if I have an opinion about it, because I'm not going to sit here and say that I hate something just because a specific country is a part of it. Right? I form my opinion based on information I have, and I don't have any information, so I'm not going to form an opinion on something. That's just how it goes. Beyond that, recently, was it? I just read it. Give me a second. The executive branch has performed another executive order through press release involving banning any person under 18 from having trans care. I do not know anything about it. It has been released as a press release. It has not been like put onto a website just yet. There's someone on Blue Sky app. So if you search Blue Sky, if you're on Blue Sky, you can search Blue Sky and you can find out more. Whether or not this information is 100% factual or not is up for debate. I do not necessarily believe that this is not something the executive branch in the current administration would do. But at the same time, I don't know what is going on just yet. Like, this is a developing situation as far as I know. Something important to note, there's a rhetoric that younger generation is not having babies because they I don't actually know what the reason that they're giving is, actually. I know what the reason why they're not having babies is. It's because our future is so in turmoil that no one wants to bring someone in only to possibly have them not have a house or even not have a country that functions. Bring them in. Well, a lot of people aren't having children. And it makes sense, but no one wants to accept that that's the reason. I don't know why. But the unfortunate truth is that the prices of everything is so expensive that trying to field another person that would be 100% wholly dependent on you without government assistance is almost impossible. And the government assistance programs doesn't function properly. As a note, if you make, what is it, $1,000 now? $2,000, something like that, a month, or like $10,000 a year, you do not qualify for most assistance programs, as far as I am aware. You can double check this. Maybe I'm incorrect, but I've heard too many times where people who make, around $10,000 a year or even less are not allowed to obtain government assistance in the form of food stamps, which is crippling to most people. What is this song from? You're not Pokemon. The fuck are you doing in my fucking feed? Get the fuck out of here. There you go. You've caught the attention of Pillow. I'm back to normal, guys. It's battle time. Let's see. The biggest problem with pausing all funding involving grants and loans from the government is that it stops essential systems that are already in function, that are not 100% from the government exactly, from stopping, and it's causing problems immediately. I don't know why the executive branch has decided to do it this way. They could have just as easily audited all of the loans and grants being pushed out instead of immediately freezing everything, causing an economic crisis. Instead, they caused an economic crisis, and I think it's a distraction to push other things. So please be aware and to pay attention what's going on with the current situation as a whole, rather than individual parts. It also doesn't help that this might just be part of a bigger picture to make the U.S. American tired of listening to all of everything that the current administration does, and they're saturating us to prevent us to make us wary and to make us tired of listening to it and just letting things happen. I implore you, from one citizen to another, to be aware, pay attention, and try your best to oppose or push forward things you believe in instead of just letting it happen. I say oppose or push forward because you may not necessarily oppose something that the current administration does, and that's fine. I'm not here to tell you if you're right or wrong. I'm just here to provide information to the best of my knowledge and best of my ability. I don't wanna watch Blue Sky. So the problem I have, right, here's something that's gonna fuck with everyone, right? If you utilize X.com, you are likely on the side of the current administration. Not a bad thing. I'm not saying that's bad or good. I'm just telling it like it is. That is the likely answer, right? If you're on Blue Sky, you are likely against the current administration. It's not right or wrong. That's just the truth, right? Likely, not 100%. There's, cross-contamination and all that. What with X being used to for everybody, and then Blue Sky being what everyone moved to for X, because you don't necessarily have to be against the current administration to be against Elon, who is a completely independent entity and not, well, now he is, but he used to not be part of the current administration. I don't know what his position is right now, if he's actually a part of the administration officially, but his backing has been massive, and he has effectively been tied to the current administration. Again, this is not necessarily right or wrong. I'm just telling it like it is. Isn't this a fun time? You guys having fun? I'm having fun. I'm not gonna lie. Yep. I'm making sure I'm not running out of things, so I'm looking at different stuff. Okay. Good. And then not here. Where do I need to go? Fuck, I just had it in my head. Um, I mean, you'll notice I didn't invite anyone to join me for talking about. That's because most of my friends don't like talking about politics because they're both complicated and they hurt deeply, or they hurt emotionally. To talk about. I'm 100% certain that I can handle it emotionally. But not everyone can, and I understand. It's just the unfortunate truth of the current day politics. Not how it should be, but it is how it is. Hell yeah. What was I gonna look at that's fucked me up? Don't forget to like and follow and everything. I'd really appreciate it. I don't know. I had something in my mind that I wanted to bring up forward, but I can't think of what it was now. My eyes are green. How's that look? Do you guys prefer this version of me, or do you prefer the classic version of me? This is the classic version of me. Pillow Classic or Pillow Baja Blast? No, Pillow Classic or Pillow Gamer Fuel. If you don't remember, I'm really sad for you. Pillow Original or Pillow Gamer Fuel? So Gamer Fuel was a Mountain Dew a temporary flavor that is very similar to Mountain Dew Voltage, or one of them was. There was a blue one that they used for Master Chief and a Halo event way back in the day, but they stopped doing that, and Mountain Dew Voltage isn't quite the same. Whether that's because it's not the same formula or because the formula was forced to change because of regulations, I do not know. If I was to drink any kind of Mountain Dew, it would be either Code Red or Voltage, and I don't really drink any Mountain Dew at all. Let's see, what else is there going on? We know what happens when we get rid of people who are not necessarily citizens of the United States. Doing so in the past has harmed us economically. And by the past, I mean a couple of years ago. Florida tried to do something about it, and then a lot of companies lost a lot of money. So I hope America pays attention to that and forward with the appropriate action. They're not going to. Everyone's so certain that everyone's stealing our jobs. They just don't seem to understand that our jobs are no. You can't steal something that doesn't exist. I'm really jamming out to this. You know, guys don't even understand. This isn't even my favorite song. But I think... So, developing years were Pokemon Ruby, then Pokemon Pearl. Now, the reason it was Pearl, I have an excuse, was... Okay, so it was Pokemon Ruby, Pokemon XD Gala Darkness, then Pokemon Pearl. Fire Red was mixed in there too. The reason it was Pearl was because back in the day, you could only get a handful of legendaries. And if you got Pearl version instead of Diamond version, what you could do is once you beat the game and you captured Palkia, you can go back to the plateau, the Mount Coronet plateau, where you go to capture Palkia, and you can find Dialga there at level 70 or so. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but it's a level 70 instead of a level 50, or 45, or whatever the fuck they did with Palkia in the game. So you would get a Dialga at really high level for no effort. And that was the coolest way to deal with that. The same can be said for Soul Silver, Silver, and Gold, and Heart Gold. And Crystal, I don't know how that worked out. I didn't play Crystals extensively. As far as I know, all the way until Pokemon Legends Arceus, in a mainline game... Well, no, I don't know about Sun and Moon, but in a mainline game, you could catch both Pokemon. But in order to get the other Pokemon, you had to find them and catch them. It's actually why I played Pokemon Y version instead of X, but I don't remember actually catching the other one. And in Pokemon Black and White, I don't believe it worked that way because the other legendary went to another trainer. I don't actually think I ever got Zekrom. I gotta play X and Y, and I gotta play Black and White, and then I gotta play everything. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, I know what I was gonna look at. I wasn't gonna look at it. Okay, I know what I was gonna look at. This topic is not very conducive for retention and view gaining, but I don't care. People need to hear it. People need to hear about politics. People need to stop closing their ears, because the more they close the ears, the stupider they are. I hate stupidity. I hate people who try to be ignorant on purpose. You're just hurting the people around you. I've heard statistics of something like the current, I've heard statistics that the current large amount of populace has become less intelligent over time because of pollution. I do not know if this is true. However, evidence seems to either point to that, or people are so willfully ignorant that their stupidity is growing. And I hate it. Stop being stupid just because you don't want to deal with the troubles of the world. Hey, XS. Yes, this is my alter ego now. I wasn't quite... I'm not, like, being super forceful right now. But, like, I'm talking about a lot of stuff, so I wanted to be a little bluer. I also like the dichotomy of being blue instead of red, for the alter ego, where the red is the primary alter ego, but the blue is like the alternative, is the not good one, is the one that's supposedly quote unquote evil. But sometimes apathy is more evil than anything else. No, I want to hear that again. Come back. I love that song. Anyway. I like that yeah. They do slap really hard. What was I saying? I distracted myself by wanting to listen to this song again. Yeah, apathy is almost worse than pure evil. I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm slow. If I want to listen to it a third time, see what's next. This feels like a Legend of Zelda song. That. Like, I'm getting Zelda vibes from it. I'm assuming it's one of the ancients. Hell yeah, it's just generic legendary Pokemon. I could loop, but I don't wanna annoy people by playing the same song over and over again. So this is the legendary Pokemon song for every other legendary that doesn't have a dedicated song in Pokemon. Whatever this is. Oh lord. I wish I had the really cute face to make, because that's what I'd be making. Like a little cat mouth shit. So, anyway, back onto tough topics that no one can talk about. Let's see if we can find other topics to talk about. Involving this shit. Unfortunately, my politics channels that I'm in aren't really providing a lot of politics for me to talk about, because everything is developing violently and quickly. Excess, you've missed about an hour of me doing this as objectively as possible. Slinging. I hope you'll watch the VOD, and don't let me forget to publish the VOD immediately after I end stream, because I have it set to automatically unlist the VOD just for the sake of seeing if something gets copyrighted. Yeah. As long as you have this link, you can watch the VOD though, too. Something important too. So, we, with everything that's happening right now, it's all still updating and changing. Still happening. For example, because of the government spending pause that the executive branch has decided to do, they, I don't actually know how the noise gate works. I've got it set to a bit, but like I don't know what the threshold's like. Is that better? Yeah, sometimes I cut a little bit quieter. I'm sorry. Is this better? Probably. Who knows? It goes much lower now. So, with the current situations, with the current executive branch pushing to freeze all grants and loans, there have been calls by a court system of unknown that I don't remember the name of, trying to figure out if the executive branch holds the rights to do these changes without congressional, I want to say. I'm not 100% approval. So, you know, this is all great. This is all how it goes. There are people watching and stuff. And it's not that they're not doing anything, it's that the executive branch has decided to slap everybody with 100 executive orders, and they have to find the faults in the orders that can be 100% proven as not lawful or something to be able to be challenged. And I don't know the details of how that works out either, so you'll have to forgive me. I just know that's how it goes. This is the Pokemon Paldea region stuff. I actually like the Area Zero song. When I first stepped foot into Area Zero, I don't remember what it was. I think I did it on stream, but I was amazed. It looked very pretty. Although part of that might have been the glitter covering it up. They did use a lot of glitter to cover everything up. Man, this song has a really high beat pace. Unless the pace is more like... No, I think it's the faster pace. Yeah, this is the pace. This is a really high beat pace for the way the song is so slow feeling. Like, did they use 2 different beat paces and fuse them together? God, that would be not a terrible idea, actually. No. Excess. This pace is a bit faster for the battle one, but it's better because it's a faster, like, the song stays the speed. The zone 0 area is just fucking 2 different speeds, I feel like. There's the slow speed of, like, the main line, and then there's the fast speed of the beat for some reason. This one's okay, though. This doesn't feel like it's supposed to be slow and be faster. It's just fast, which is fine. It's like they had someone who didn't really understand how to make music make the first song, and then whoever was actually know how to make music made this song. Hey bot, welcome to the party. You're a bit late. How's it going? You're this an hour and 12 minutes and the bot finally posted its first message. Remember, it's supposed to remind you like every hour or something like that. I don't know who it was. It might have been the same person and he just fucking was drunk or something when he made this the song. He might have been given really shitty orders on how to do the song too. Because if someone told him, here's how we want you to perform this song, even if he knew it wouldn't work, he'd be forced to do it that way, and then they probably approved it anyway and said, fuck it. I'm not saying that the song is awful, it just hurts. It's confusing. It feels weird. What else we got going? My eyes are heavy, chat, so I'm sorry if I'm a little quiet. I'm pretty tired. I did just wake up. I slept, but I woke up. That was the mistake. I don't like this as much as I want to. It's fine, it's just not great. This is like an alternative version of the Pokemon battle theme for Area 0. This is X and Y, by the way. Yeah. Oh. On Excess, I'm gonna DM you something. Oh? Oh man. Internet? Oh man. Yeah, I don't know why. What the fuck? OBS? You okay? Oh no, that wasn't what I wanted to click. OBS? What?